transition into this patch as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember, I think we casted something where we did get to see Sorlag against Clutch, like as a decent counter to Clutch. I'm not sure. Do you remember that?
Sorlag was a very good counter to Clutch.
Obviously not like a hard counter, but was done decently well against Clutch. So maybe we get to see some of that here.
Yeah, definitely. That was back when Crouch Axel was in the game. So yeah, we'll definitely find out. Match has begun though between Tox and Cooler. I'm on Tox's point of view. I'm happy to switch.
No, I'm going to Tox just because it's on Sorlag to see what he does here. Obviously with the movement speed change as well and the airstrafing speed, going to see how it would affect him. And so far he's gotten him on the map pretty damn quick, as you can see.
Yeah, he's doing all right with that. And got a few more rockets to work with. Oh, the tripod. One thing that I heard, so I was talking to Zron quite a lot last night, it was actually apparently Tox that got Zron into using the tri-bolt because of how effective Tox was with the weapon. So maybe we've got some... He still had the tri-bolt out! What's he... What? Yeah, I said it was effective, I didn't think he was going to go just straight into using it constantly.
Yeah, I didn't think it was more effective than the rocket launcher. But hey, what do I know? Straight, he's actually going to continue the rocket launcher here, and he actually gets the ring out on Cooler, knocks him out.
If only he used the tri-bolt instead. Oh, we're going to push. There is going to be the tri-bolt on the ground.
Shoot the
ground.
ground.
He's going to use it on the floor. Shoot the ground.
Shoot the ground.
One of them.
You got to look at Reddit, man. Come on, shoot the ground. That's how you beat the shield. Oh, wow. 120 damage. Oh, my lord, Toxic.
Shoot the robot.
He got a fatty shot again. 120 damage with the shotgun and then followed up the Dire Orb. That was... I don't think Cooler expected that. Now it's going to be 2-1 in favor of Toxic.
Really, really nice from Tox. Quickly eliminating that clutch. He's still got the clutch behind himself. I think he hit a rocket there. Didn't quite hit how much down. I think it was like 50, 60. So not a bad shot. Cooler definitely at risk at the moment with this juicy armor stack that Tox is running.
He took the tri-bolt out. He's really sticking to it.
I like it. I like seeing the new things in the game. I like the fact that this weapon appears to have some good usability at a pro tier.
Oh.
And that it's not just like a gimmick, it seems. I mean, if you see Toxic doing it, it's probably worth trying out.
Nice little rocket out of a Cooler there, though. Here in the Mega Beam picked up so he can get the armor. Looks like Tox won't be able to close the gap anytime soon. We'll switch over to Cooler's point of view here. This is Onto's last champion, and he actually gets a nice engagement shot. Dire going to come through, though, and Toxic going to get the clean kill. And round one going Toxic's way, 3-1.
Yeah, two great initiation rockets, and it was like, all right, I go all in right now because I'm highly likely to get that frag. Solid first round from Tox. Let's see where we go next.
Round two, fight.
Never. I think chat's right. Whenever you go robot again, as you have been this last round, you should say, "Do not fear me, humans." Tri-bolt still being spammed, and that damage coming through. Toxic with the acid spit, the tri-bolt spam. Cooler's on low HP, 63 health. Again, I mean, hey, he's sticking to the tri-bolts. It's doing work.
That is hilarious. It's going to be heavy ups. Ooh, lovely rocket over here. But Tox is just going to move in. He's got the shield out. And easy frag there for Tox. He can go back and collect some items now. Not going to race back to heavy anymore because that's where Cooler's going to be. He's not got a tri-bolt, which worries me.
He's got a rocket. Oh, there you go. There you go. I got the tri-bolt. Cool. Game saved here, boys. Toxic actually wastes the shield by getting a nice knockaway, but Cooler comes back in with a shotgun. It looks like the shotgun will be enough. That skin really, like, is freaking me out whenever they don't have, like, a two-handed weapon out. Because you see this, like,
well, it's like this with drill tentacle.
Yeah. 100 damage rocket again, Toxic. He's going to have to back away from this one. And Cooler looking better this round. Looking a lot better here.
Tox does get a heal up with a Mega. But Tox is going to be looking for some kind of entry. Tox went over to Nailgun. It's a really dangerous spot to be there if you can get caught out. Yeah, look, it is the drill tentacle. It's like one of those machines that's meant to be like really narrow, long holes in the ground.
Alright, I'm going to keep him PG here. Yeah, he's going to pick up the armor. It looks like Cooler. Shield's still going to be there. And Tox is going to go with the LG. And Tox is the better one. Cooler! From being dead to getting a kill. He gets the round.
Prepare to fight.
I'm sorry if I'm going robot, guys. I think some people are saying in chat. This is just modern aged commentary.
3, 2,
Going into the new digital age.
3, fight.
Just one of your voice packs. It's the
Exactly.
it's the robot Zoot voice pack. You have to pay $5.99 if you want to get the normal Zoot voice pack.
And I have to give you $5.99 to use this one.
Where's my money then? Toxic on the chase to a Sorlag again. And she drops around behind Cooler. Both items exact same time. And again, Tox got the tri-bolt back, so everything is all good and well.
The game is saved.
I mean, it's decent spam. The potential, like there, it has a lot of damage.
It's just, even if one lands, I don't know, I'm just finding it hysterical. I think there's something wrong with me, Jason. There's a rocket, gonna get the acid.
Yeah, only gets 10 off of that though from the ticking damage, but Toxic, or Cool's gonna die to that nonetheless. I mean, that tri-bolt plus the acid spit, like on the ground, there's like nowhere you can go because of the acid that you're gonna take damage from, and from the tri-bolts, like you're kind of locked into a tight area. Maybe that's what he's going for with the tri-bolt spam there.
Oh, I think so. It's this weird kind of aggressive zoning device, and yeah, as you say with Sorlag, it makes things very, very interesting. Tox has managed to get his ability back live. Cooler, though, I think is going to be looking for some kind of opportunity to aggress. Some speed right now for Tox.
And a tri-bolt again. That shield's going to be wasted. I mean, honestly, the acid spit isn't like a super necessary. If you compare acid spit to the shield out of clutch, acid spit is nowhere near as crucial for Sorlag to play as the shield is for clutch. So he's gonna trade those, and he's gonna be on top of Cooler. Cooler can't spot him, and he's so low on HP, 81 to 10. Cooler gonna get the Mega in the meantime. He's gonna stay alive for now. He's got 7 seconds on that shield, so he will live to fight another day.
Yeah, that Mega pickup is pretty big for Cooler. It means Tox has got a little bit of catching up to do with his health and armor.
Oh, Cooler used his shield. Maybe expecting the fight to come out there. I don't know if Toxic heard that. I don't know what point of view you were on, but I was on Cooler there. And if Toxic, if Tox heard that, that would be really unfortunate for Cooler. Okay, well, he should know now with the time charts being picked up that he definitely did use the shield.
Pretty much run out of LG now. Close range tri-bolt action. He still has it out. I can't get anything more. And Cooler's absolutely stacked anyway. He'd basically run out of ammunition on that weapon too.
He's got shield available as well.
Yeah, that's really, really hard work now for Tox. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go into clutch rather than ranger.
Oh, LG coming from the low end. Cooler's taking a hell of a lot of damage. Dire comes through. Cooler has 38 HP, but he backs away to the Mega. And now Tox has no Dire Orb. Cooler, if he can catch him off guard, he actually should be able to pick up this frag against Toxic. So just opted to back away.
Yeah, he's so weak himself. He had about 50, 60 HP. He's picked up 125 health bubble, and that's what he's using to justify his way into the map. Misses out on the heavy spawn. Didn't have exact timing on that one, and now Mega coming up shortly. Cooler looking to try to secure this. Lovely direct from Cooler.
And he's got shield for the clutch v clutch fight. And actually baits out the shield on Toxic. He's going to use his own, so he's going to have the timing advantage of this. He's going to follow up with the rocket once the shield follows. And look at this, Cooler. He's going to take the round again.
Did get the mutual frag in the end there, but it is going to be Cooler who manages to take that. Right, it was Cooler, right?
Yeah.
Or have I got the names?
No, Cooler got it.
Round begins in 3, 2.
Just Cooler had another champion left anyways.
Yeah, of course, of course. My bad. I am watching Tox Sorlag now though, because it has been fascinating. It's been something new and fresh. Good damage from him straight away. Tox is still managing to find some health and armor to work with. Even the starting machine gun coming out. And now Tox has got to be careful.
Yeah, 50 HP. And Cooler starting to come alive in the series. I was actually really worried for him after we saw that first round. You can never count off this man. He's a legend for a reason. Again, the tri-bolt coming through, another 50 damage being done. Toxic does position himself to heavy. And they actually might meet here on the outside near the little armor, and that rocket's coming through. Looks like Cooler gets the better of him initially. Toxic, 100 HP. I thought he ran out of some gun he was shooting of ammo.
Well, goes with the zoning acid. He can get those 225s himself, in fact. Will need to top up. The amount he's using the tri-bolt, definitely needs to get himself some more ammunition for that. And Cooler's kind of covering that area.
It's like watching Jean play BJ yesterday and run out of ammo when he dual wields with the tri-bolt.
It was a sad moment.
It was. Mega's going to be up as well. And Cooler's going to retreat back to it. Cooler's got the stack. Toxic is just trying to get some sort of health back. 59 HP. He's able to get some of that. His movement is being flawless around the map here. Cooler doesn't even expect him. The aspect comes back in, and somehow Cooler, while being aggressed on, does turn around and get the kill. If he didn't have that stack, that would have been a way different story.
Yeah, I mean, Tox definitely got the best start in that fight possible, but there just was simply not enough health and armor for Toxic to stay alive long enough.
I think he had like 80 HP and he engaged that fight when Cooler had an over armor and over health stack, so really a lot of damage being done by Toxic there. They jump up to the rockets, and Cooler's going to retreat away. Back on Toxic as you see him transition over to the nail room, though. Here's a Mega being picked up, so he's definitely behind. But the damage he's doing, he's actually outranging the LG and doing a hell of a lot with the HMG. Just equalize things really well.
There's going to be that heavy armor coming up in just a moment. It's going to be important to fight over this. Cooler's not got a bad position, but those rockets raining down, he's going to have to respect. LG, Dyrorb moves into him, but he still gets the kill. Tox only has one champion left. Possibly this whole map. He has to get all the work done with Clutch. That's going to be frag 1.
Well, Cooler's going to match the Clutch v Clutch. And those 3 time shards are going to be nice, but they're not going to be everything he needs. He's actually locked into a tight area. Shield comes out of Cooler, and you have to assume Tox is going to fall from this, and the mining drill is going to be enough to solidify that one. And look at this, Cooler picking up the first map here in the series.
Really nice work from Cooler at the end. He knew exactly the limitations in that fight, and that he had to just take down that Clutch before the shield can come back. It's dangerous to have Clutch as your last champion when it's kind of like a one and done character. But that's it. That's the risks of picking Clutch.
I think actually after that first round when we did see Toxic win 3-1, I think Cooler just chugged a Soylent real quick, and then that just got him all the control he needed back into the game.
I don't doubt you for a second. I think, was it Blood Covenant that we're going to? I believe it's Blood Covenant that was selected by Tox. That was Cooler's map pick. He's won his map pick. Which is good news. Cooler fans out there. I know there are some of you there. However, let's see what Tox can do, and I'll tell them we're starting very shortly.
Yeah, we can just start right away, to be honest. I mean, there's not really much more to break down from that one. Toxic really committing to the tribal. Wonder if he's going to continue to do so when we get to Blood Covenant. And Cooler, yeah, looked a little shaky in the first round, but he definitely looked more confident as the rounds went on and looked very solid. Pretty much the Cooler that we do know. So I think any doubts that were in people's mind about if he could perform here after not playing the last few weeks or maybe months, I think they should have just been silenced.
Yeah, I mean, as we've said before, Cooler's work ethic, you're never going to see him dipping in skill for long, extended periods of time. And he's putting the time in, he can contend with absolutely anybody on the planet.
I think he grinds more than like any player I've ever seen in any esport. Like, he's always playing. It is insane.
But it's like the stamina and the endurance is like a lot of people would burn out, but Cooler is just at it and at it and at it, and it never ever ends. We are going to have Clutch from Cooler with combined with the Ranger. I wonder if Tox is going to pick Clutch or not. He is going to go with Clutch. Zvon was saying that he's thinking of not using Clutch later down the line, even though it's a very strong champion. Wow, he goes for the Sorlag on Blood Covenant. I really don't like the champions that Tox is using. Very, very concerned for him.
Sorry, you're going super robo mode right now. With Terminator.
Reconnect to Mumble quickly.
Casting with the Terminator here. But yeah, moving to Blood Covenant, Sorlag again. I think, I don't think Sorlag's necessarily a terrible champion when it comes to Blood Covenant. I don't know if you're back yet, Zoot. And can...
I'm back.
Okay, yeah, I don't think Sorlag's necessarily terrible on this map because of... I mean, you act like an Anarchy and you act like a Slash, right? So very quick to get on the map. Then again, so is Clutch. But you also have those set paths that you can work with, and that Acid Spit can do some serious work when you do get these close proximity fights.
We're starting now. I'm ready to have my mind changed in case this Sorlag pick is really good over here, but my concerns have been expressed.
We know it also would change your mind. The delicious taste of Soylent as Toxic goes directly into the face of Cooler. And he does actually lose out on that fight with the Cooler getting a great exit frag, but you know what? 3 HP left. It's not going to matter. He's going to heal up really quick before picking up the Mega, as well as getting some time shards. 3 HP left, and Cooler does it.
Yeah, that acid was taken away. Cooler realized, oh, I don't need to rescue myself on some of the health bubbles. Although he may have had to get one by that the top light armor bounce pad.
Just let you know, you're still going robo mode here, but
That's
it'll clear
really
up.
annoying.
Maybe we'll try a different voice thing tomorrow. Though I'm not sure if it's whatever. Anyways, moving into this one, minute to go, or minute into the round. Cooler's got that sight. That's exactly where Toxic's going, and it looks like Toxic has the same read. But look at the split in items. There's a big gap, and there's definitely a good possibility that Cooler, get caught looking the wrong way, can go over towards heavy and contest it. What a great follow-up shot of Cooler. That's 180 damage now done, and Toxic, he's gonna have the Die Orb, yes, but he's not gonna be sitting too healthy, and the pressure that Cooler's putting out, even though with Toxic, the one kind of forcing some of these fights, is just ridiculous.
Oh, let's see if we're going to get another attack right now with a piercing sight. 100 damage with the rockets. Tox goes in for one of the possibly fragging rails, but Cooler counts up lucky to be alive. Probably say the same for Tox, in fact.
Well, I think we can both agree Cooler has definitely not missed a beat. Hey. I'm pretty sure you got that. You just chose to ignore it. Armor gonna be picked up now for Cooler.
I'm concerned about my robo voice. I don't want to upset chat.
No, it's better now.
I don't want to upset chat. Okay. I'm sorry, chat.
Just tell your fiance to get off the internet. And maybe he'll
She's not even here. I don't know what's going on.
She hasn't been there ever, Zoot. She's a figment of your imagination. 100 damage to be done. Cooler is gonna get zoomed. And Toxic will be able to get the kill and equalize things here on our first round of Blood Covenant.
A brutal 99 HP. Ravel's gonna have his number. Eyes on heavy armor. And Tox is going to be granted his wishes. Does start up from the rail. Has got the Die Orb if he wants to go somewhere. He kind of... I mean, that Die Orb didn't really even go anywhere at all. LG onto the mining drill. Cool, let's see if we can get that final bit of damage going, but it's just too much of a risk for himself.
I mean, it's not that bad of a choice, because what? You either have to chase the Die Orb or you have to chase the Ranger, and whatever Cooler chooses, Toxic just does the opposite. So I mean, at least alleviated a lot of pressure that Cooler could have applied with that shield. But the problem is his shield's back up. And Toxic's gonna have to fight around this one.
Thought that was definitely going to land then. Cooler's armor stack is massive. I'm going to be really impressed if Tox is able to survive.
Well, he had about 50 HP now, up to 70 here. It's a good little disengagement rocket. We're doing 80 damage to Cooler, or 70 damage to Cooler, but 70's not going to be enough with what we can see Cooler having. And Toxic doing a little bit of razy here. Sees Cooler drop, but he gets healed back to full HP.
This is out on the rail. Tox is going to drop down to the lower level. He's going to hear Cooler in a moment. Realize, okay, I can go back to top position. You can see how careful Tox is being.
I was gonna say, just as you say, being careful, he goes to the teleporter. I thought he was gonna get just absolutely wrecked by Cooler there, but he gets the shot, gets away. Most importantly, problem is he's not really able to secure these pickups. So the stack that Cooler has is just gonna be so hard for him to deal with. Down to 50 HP off of like one small engagement. Cooler's going for the chase. 9 health left, and Cooler gets the mid-air rail, and he also gets the frag, which gives him 1 minute now for Toxic to pick up another kill to tie things up.
Yep, Tox is surely going to charge pretty hard. There's going to be Mega up in a second. Tox, you just need to get over there.
Oh,
Lightning gun out.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. How is Cooler fighting these? HMG comes out, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, he was hitting the rails at the perfect time through the shield. He managed to get that burst rail as well just before the shield went up. And, I mean, just that entry damage, where Tox was the one trying to get the entry kill. Yeah.
I think the LG out of Cooler there was like so important too, because he knocked Toxic off of the pillars and forced him to come onto the high ground through the jump pad.
Tox? He just went up the bounce pad when, I mean, it was very clear that Cooler was there. He broadcasted it to him and the nation that he was at the rocket launcher, and he kind of just sacrifices his Sorlag to the gods. Miffed at the moment at what Tox has been doing. You can see his desperation to get over to the railgun. The one rocket lands, Cooler's still gonna be careful. He's gonna land another no-look rocket.
Yeah, I don't know. Toxic trying to force a fight there while Cooler had high ground and had rockets, where Toxic didn't have either. 30 HP left. Tribal coming back in. And Cooler is just putting on the pain. He has so little HP left. Toxic, he has to have 1 HP left. He picks up a health globe. health bubble, health sphere, gets up to 26 health. But he's in a rough spot here. Cooler with just one champion is just dismantling Toxic.
I don't know how Cooler didn't die. He's going to find the rail. He's going to get one more round. And he's looking at 2-0ing Toxic in his first match of the day.
Jeez. Cooler is popping off right now. There seems to be no end in sight. He's just getting better and better as these rounds go on. But then again, we have to question some of Tox's play. Like you said, going up that jump pad at the initial part of the round, knowing when Cooler knew, sorry, when they both knew where each other were. Trying to contest towards Mega, and he's going to get there cleanly.
He might have spotted Tox going over towards that little corridor below Rel. I think we called Banana. I just wanted to point, because you mentioned the banana, possible banana position, and I've heard some people calling it that.
Actually, yeah, I think it was Rafa. I think Rafa to hang. I actually watched the stream just to listen to calls, just so I know what to say it to you. Even though I don't think Quake's at a point where everyone use like universal names. HMG though, Cooler gets a nice bounce with the rocket, and I don't know why you take that dire orb, but Cooler's gonna punish it either way.
Yeah, really aggressive from Tox. He actually had a way kind of out of that fight, or at least where he could continue trying to shoot his way around. Now Tox has got himself rockets. He's surely going to be able to drop and get the kill. 1 health, no health left for Cooler. Is Tox going to be alive still in this series?
Most importantly for Tox too, off of that kill, armor's gonna be up, but Cooler's gonna take it away from him. He actually doesn't hear him there. Cooler gets bounced into rail. That works out in his favor because you know what? He's gonna hit the follow-up rail. He won't get the second, but shield v shield, and you know Toxic's not gonna escape this one. Cooler is just gonna have his way with him, gets the kill. That knock up into rail gave Cooler that 80 damage advantage. Unintentional, but Cooler's gonna be happy with that.
And it is just Sorlag. I've not had many good things to say about Sorlag pick over here. But Tox has got a chance to absolutely prove me wrong. Cooler's now got that shield back up straight away. Oh my god.
Oh, the point blank shotgun followed up by the shield to self kill. And Cooler takes a 2-0 victory over Tox, with Tox only getting 1 round. A fantastic start from the man that honestly a lot of people out there doubted for Cooler.
Yeah, no, it's very true. He was seen as one of the weakest links entering the tournament this weekend, but that's going to be a great result for him going forward. Tox is going to have to look upwards and onwards, though, at the next games that are going to be happening. He's going to be playing next, of course, and will be going versus Avec. But yeah, we need to see a little bit more from Tox, especially if we want to see him on Sunday.
Well, luckily, we get to see a lot more from all these players, because actually I want to see Avec as well, since he kind of rose into the fight against Razy, take it to that 3rd map, and then again Razy, can he kind of continue his dominance that we've seen him do over the last couple months? I think I'm good saying that, couple months.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
He's top of the board right now. He's the top of the food chain.
Well, guys, make sure to give a special shout out and thanks to Silent AMD and Twitch for sponsoring this tournament, and the Beat Esports guys for putting this on. Remember, there's a $100 Steam gift card giveaway going on in chat. Just make sure you click the link when it pops up to be entered into it. As well as, remember, drops are enabled for this, so make sure to connect your